What's up, everybody? It's your favorite bat comedian's favorite nerd. Today we are looking at the Iron Factory Starscream, which they have called Tyrants Wings. Red? Whatever. This is on loan to me from Robert D, so I appreciate that. As you can see, he holds Megatron just fine, but he has a ton of other accessories, and we might as well get to them. So he comes with a display base. There's a lot of pegs on here. I'm not entirely sure. I think I've got it right. The instructions don't really cover it. And then it comes with this piece, which is an adapter for the jet mode. You do get a swivel here, and then a hinge here, and a hinge here, and then you get another one of these things here, which I'm not sure. I DK, bro. IDK. But as you can see, this will go into the jet mode. This plugs into the back of him, so you can get him jumping or whatever, and that's cool. I appreciate that. He comes with a Megatron in gun mode, obviously, and nice silver finish on the gun itself. This part comes off the bottom, and then you slide it in his hand and close it around, so there's no issue there. He comes with a Coronation Set, which includes 2 shoulder pads. They just slide right down on his shoulders, and then a head. Nice yellow paint accent on there as well. And then he comes with the Coronation head, which is nicely sculpted. We have the silver paint on the face. It looks like red paint on the eyes, and then the gold and red paint applied to the crown. I like the exaggerated crown. I prefer that. And then it comes with the cape, which plugs into his back, and then these pieces hinge out here, and then it has a darker paint metallic added to the tops of them, so you can get them collapsed to here and then spread out to about there. And then I'll show you what that looks like. I'm sorry, I think I said these shoulder pads just slide on. They actually hinge around basically on this peg here in the back. The cool thing is they allowed for room for the null rays. The null rays themselves, I do have a problem with them staying on, especially this one, which is just not tight enough. Articulation wise, they hinder it a great deal. You can only get the shoulder up really to there, and then you can rotate this around, but it is a cool thought and a cool accessory. So I do appreciate it overall. And then lastly, you get this. I'm not sure if this is like a Build-A-Figure thing that's coming, if they're going to put a few with all of them. But this is a translucent Starscream, and it's I guess it's like, it's the Ghost Starscream. It's all translucent plastic. It makes me a little nervous. There's red translucents and then just translucents, and then the silver and red paint on the wings, silver paint on the turbines and on the waist, and then you have the gold translucent there at the cockpit, and then the face is painted the same. I mean, it's cool enough. I'm guessing they're coming with arms. They wouldn't expect you to put the other arms and legs on this, would they? I mean, that would be absurd. But I'm guessing that the other ones are going to come with Starscream and Thundercracker. It's a smart little business plan they got going there. Took a page out of Hasbro's notebook, if you know what I'm saying. So let's talk about this guy. His other null ray keeps coming off, so I'm keeping it off. So the head is on a ball peg. You get up to there and down to there, which is good, plus the swivel. We have silver paint on the face as well as red paint on the eyes, and then metallic red on the side pieces here, as well as the chest and pelvis, and all that looks great. Waist swivel, that works fine. We have translucent plastic here on the chest, same as the translucent accessory. Then we have some silver applied to the turbines. There is some red that's got on the silver. Individual results will vary, I'm sure. For the shoulders, they're on ball pegs, but the ball pegs are on hinges, so you can get up to there. So that's cool. Or you can keep the pegs stationary and get the shoulder up to there, so that's fine also. And then it swivels around on the ball peg. Bicep swivel, that works well, and then a 90-degree elbow joint on a single jointed hinge. The null rays obviously just plug in here, and then they can then spin as well. And then the wings are on ball pegs, so you can angle them back. Nothing really up or down, but you can get a little in out, so to speak, depending on what you'd like to do. Hips are on T-jointed ball joints, get you out to there, so almost the full Van Damme. And then forward and back to there, so almost the full Monty. Let's give him the full Monty. And then we have a bit of a thigh swivel. Actually, we have a full thigh swivel. I thought they would just do it around the ball peg, but nope. Full thigh swivel, single hinge knee that gets you just about shy of 90 degrees. Let's give it to him. And then for the legs, we have some silver paint added, blue plastic coming through to break up. On the blue wings, we have silver paint and red paint added on. And then for the feet, we have an ankle tilt down, an ankle tilt up, a toe hinge down, a toe hinge up, and a rocker on a ball peg. So a pretty well articulated little Legends fella. There he is with Iron Factory Blaster, so a good bit taller. This was Iron Factory, right? Maybe it wasn't. And then that Hasbro little Legend fellow that came with Metroplex. I don't know where my Power Glide is. That's the one I usually used for a scale comparison, but I'm not sure. I also want to say that this came to me from Robert D., a co-host of mine on Shattercast, and we have a bit where we do text from Robert because Robert is a maniac. He's a strange dude, and he has a weird sense of humor. Well, his cat just died. He had his cat's ashes sent to him in this box. He opened up the box thinking it was a box of tasty cakes. That's another story for another time. And the ashes ended up falling out of the box and onto the trash can. And for a skit today, I just want to show you the box, well, a piece of the box that he sent me that I am now saving. So this is it. This was the cat's name, Fanny, and he taped it to the inside of the box. And then it says, this is the box that was used to ship Franny's ashes, because that's the cat's real name. The ashes people sent him Fanny, which I think my British friends will find especially funny. Franny's ashes to me, maybe her ghost will haunt you. So that's the sort of stuff I get from Robert D. All right, so let's get him transformed. I have the null rays off again. Flip these pieces up here and here. Flip the wings around 180. You can take this whole piece off, not off, but just untab it and then flip this piece out. At which point you can flip the whole head assembly in and then the cockpit up and then straighten this piece as well. And then you need, oh, the head just came off the ball peg. I'll fix it later on. And then this comes down and tabs into the back, and that solidifies that. The arms, they come unpegged, not the peg, it's just held in there with tension, and then this peg pegs into there. A lot of pegging going on, so to speak. There, and then that arm just comes down straight, which I'm not crazy about. And same for the other side. There. This foot just comes down, and then this one comes down. And then the legs just collapse, and these two clips here clip onto that bar. And they also peg together, so I may have done myself a disservice by not pegging them together first. And they're tight little joints too. All right, straighten out the wings. And I'll of course clean it up a taste, and I'll put the head back on before we look at it again. And then these null rays, let's see how they connect here. Good fit there. Let me find the other one. And wrong way. Why am I 8 up today? Good fit here. So yeah, that's fine. And then you could also theoretically tab them into the arm as well, but it might cause some issues. But yeah, I'll get them cleaned up. We'll take a look at them. But before I do, real quick, they do have it suggested that it just stay plugged into the arms. So I'm not sure why those other ports are there. I guess it's still up for personal preference, but now I'll get them cleaned up and we'll take a look at them. So there it is in jet mode, and it's fine. You know, it's not setting the world on fire, but I don't think anyone expected it to, but I think it does its job. I think that this could have been done a bit more, I don't know. I just feel like a little bit more thought could have gone into these. And then we have this piece here, and let me make sure I got that right. So you grip it right here, and then it snaps around the pelvis, and then you can get your display stage and put him on there, and you're good. You know, and that's all very thoughtful stuff. These they do have landing gear. You can collapse them for a little bit more realistic look, and then you can angle this however you really would like it to be, as long as it stays connected. But yeah, not hateful. It's fine. The silver paint and red paint, and then red paint and silver paint there come through, as does the silver paint and metallic red paint there, and then the silver paint on the back. So I think all in all, it's decent enough Final thoughts wise, the only negatives I have are the null rate doesn't stay plugged in. That may be an individual results will vary kind of thing. I have a couple other things I want to point out. One thing I missed, it does have a wrist swivel. I don't think I mentioned that. There are some weird tolerance things, like you saw the head pop off on mine. Other issues I've had are, you know, getting all of, like the clips in the back into the little clip there. Like there's a lot of little things like that that I just feel like are tolerance issues. I've had issues with Iron Factory with that sort of stuff in the past, and it seems to kind of be seeing itself through. I do like all the paint here, and I do like the articulation, and I love the sculpt. So the stuff that I've liked about them in the past continues to be consistent. The stuff that I've kind of had issues with them in the past also remains consistent. So not a lot of growth here, but another solid effort, and I do recommend it if you're into this aesthetic, if you're into this scale, or if you're into this company or into this character. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.